pleasure in torturing defenses, he does.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Celtics as they end the first quarter with a massive 16-5 run. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
They've got Pippen. Santi Aldama is out there with Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Bagley in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Aldama finds Kennard. Back to Aldama. Can't cash in from close range. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Over to the left wing. A shot by Pritchard, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting a respectable 47% for the field in this one. Aldama passes to Kennard. There's a screen by Aldama. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Kennard.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Pippen with it. Now guarded by Tatum. They grab their own miss. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Boston. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
It's Pippen on the way. Hasn't made one yet. And Horford pulls it down. Celtics leading by 5. White inside, guarded by Jackson. And White kicks to Horford. A 3 ball. And it's White missing. For Memphis, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Drew Holiday. That's the news, David.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Celtics provided some information to us. He said he has a dislocated kneecap, which is incredibly painful, to say the least. And hate to report, but it's a very significant injury. We won't see him out on the floor again for quite a while. Terrible news. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
A shot by Pritchard, no good. Memphis has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, with the Grizzlies' injuries last season, there was a lot put on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s plate. Coach Taylor Jenkins says he loves the challenge and the growth opportunity. Jackson said, you always work on everything. You work on your game because you love it. And if you get a chance to use it, great. Kevin, back to you.
And he's always working on his game. All right, David, we thank you for that report. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Some changes for Memphis. Wells, he's checked in for Bagley. Bain comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Morant in for Pippen. Celtics also with a sub. Hauser's checked in. And so it's Memphis with it. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Morant. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Spurs.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
First trip to the line for him here. That's good from Jackson. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it. You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Pass to Wells. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Here's Hauser. Again, the Celtics good for two. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant, the bounce pass. Morant sets a screen for Bane. Back to Morant. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. White finds Horford. Lets it go from deep. And again, Boston with the triple. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Right, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
In the corner, it's Bane. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now here's Morant. He's got 10. Floats one, and it's White with the rebound.
That's just the bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Outside, Horford. Pass to Porzingis. From outside the arc. Horford no up.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Porzingis with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bane. Edie's checked in for Santi Aldama. Boston leading by 6. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they had 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Payne for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Morant. And Porzingis throws it down hard.
The ideal pick man. Porzingis has a giant frame and can roll to the hoop or pop it out and hit a J in this action.
Outside, Bane. Back to Morant. Pass to Wells. And a wide open look for Bane. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Bane's got 6 in the quarter.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. Keep building.
Here's Hauser. This one for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Looking to end his cold spell. Here's Jackson. Sinks that one from the post. 9 points for Jaren Jackson.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
3-pointer, Horford. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far. The first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Celtics lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see something go in. It feels good to see them go in early. And so good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, we have some pressure-filled games coming up. In addition to everything else, we'll see who has that clutch gene. So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
Showing they know how to play. Team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there, showing they know how to play. Chemistry is on display. Kenny, anything you like to say? Oh.
Shaq's chosen to rap because in the first half, he was taking a nap.
Oh, what you said was not full. In other words, it was terrible.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.